fan. And on the phone now, a UCF legendary running back, Storm Johnson. He and his mates are back in town because the 2013 Fiesta Bowl team is being honored. Storm, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I have so many questions to ask you about that 2013 game because I was there covering it from the Baylor side. You guys were there winning it on the UCF side. But first, what do you think about all this UCF in the Big 12, the growth that's happened probably just in the decade since that team kind of puts you guys on the map?
It's been phenomenal. I mean, I've been blessed to actually have some leeway, to rep my gear proudly, man. And people actually know who we are now. And they've been know who we were, but now it's like nationally known. People actually want to come to UCF. So it's been great, man. It's been great being a fan and watching the other teams play while I'm, doing my thing and watching and being a fan from a long distance. It's great.
So let's jump into it. You're here, the reunion. I'm sure it's probably been a while since you've seen a lot of these guys and on all that going on. How much do the memories come rushing back of that season?
Well, you know what? Just to be honest, man, the memories never really left. Mm-hmm. That was the catapult to my career. Whether it was in the NFL and then after the NFL, that what got me to the point I'm at now. So the memories, the grind, just everything about that season, that catapulted my life. So, I'll never forget what I've learned and what I did and what the coaches have taught me. And now that I'm coaching now, I definitely take what I've learned from there and apply it to my everyday life and teaching young people how to, grow and be successful and learn how to put a stamp or make your name for yourself where you're at. So it's definitely an amazing thing to see.
So how many times, I like to ask this to people, how many times as a coach do you say something and that is one of your coaches that comes out? It's not a thought that you had, it's a thought that you're saying and you're like, oh my God, I sound exactly like my coaches.
Oh man, you see it really all the time. I love a couple of my coaches' phrases and I use it with my players just to get them going or just to explain to them what I need from them. I mean, it's really a part of you. And that's what I said, man. They made the line of where I came from and how to work and stuff like that. So I definitely, I use it all the time, really, in my coaching and strategy.
So that week in Phoenix that you guys won the Fiesta Bowl, I can just tell you, we stayed at the Baylor Team Hotel. Baylor was thrilled to be there. It was their conference champs. It was hard fought. There was, there was this thing building there at the time, but they came to Phoenix and they had a great time. And from my perspective, you guys showed up in Phoenix to go to work. Was that the mentality?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say we wasn't enjoying ourselves. That was my first time in Arizona. To be honest with you, that was my last time in Arizona. So, just to put it in perspective, we definitely was small kids from a small town in Big Lights that day or that week. So, we definitely had fun. I know a lot of places we went, we ate. I know I was tired of chips and salsa probably about Thursday of that week. So, we was doing our thing, but the truth be told, we just wasn't scared of the moment. Our coaches really prepared us for the task at hand. And I can really remember just being glued in on my assignments and what I needed to do for the game. And just to make it a lot easier, man, everybody did day 111. So, we was enjoying ourselves, but like you said, man, we definitely wasn't scared of the moment. And when the ball kicked off and the game was ready, we was always Coach O'Leary style team. We was going to play hard and we was going to do what we're told. So,
what was that? Was there a moment in that season that you guys were rolling along so well that you realized that this was a special team?
Well, like I tell everybody, the season, that season didn't start, in August. That season started, last year when we all got there. I was a transfer. So when I got there, I could instantly tell that the guys that were being collected with me, were people that we gelled instantly. We had a special bond. A lot of teams be a team, but that was like almost like a brotherhood. We just didn't say we hung out with each other. We really did. Even when we were bored, we was around each other. And I'm talking about as far as people. We was always around each other. So it was a special moment just to go out there and just to ball with your brothers and ball with the people that you always, so I could tell way before then. We was a scout team because everybody that made big plays in that game, or everybody that I seen watching that game. Because truth be told, this is the first time I ever watched the TV version of the game this week. I sat down and actually watched it. So I'm seeing everybody balling. It's like, wow, those are people we actually hung out with. We actually chilled with. So, we had a special bond way before that season even started, which helped that season. And then obviously the leadership of the people that wasn't with that season, like the seniors that was with last year, they had a big part in that too, because they molded us. We definitely did what they left behind. So, I have to give credit to them too, as far as showing us the way and showing us how we're supposed to do things. So.
Yeah, that game, look, the final score of that game was 52-42. And Baylor, kind of closed the gap a little bit. But it was, you guys were in control the entire time. And you had a big game, 104 yards rushing. Blake Bortles had a big game running the football, which was not something he had done in like the previous few games. When did you guys in that game kind of feel like you were out there to hunt a little bit and that you had some things going that Baylor couldn't stop?
Well, truth be told, I mean, we watched film. I mean, obviously, it was the last game of the season. We had about a month to prepare for them. So our coaches did a tremendous job. I mean, obviously, hindsight, they did a tremendous job of giving us our keys and watching film and telling us what we're supposed to be doing and how to do it. So we actually, I think, that first week of preparation against them, we were confident that we were going to be successful on the offensive side of the ball.
So you mentioned you're coaching now. What are your long-term goals coaching wise? Do you want to? Where do you see that headed for you?
As of right now, I own my own prep school. It's called Georgia Storm Prep Academy, which gives kids a post-grad year, an extra year to, get better, train, do things that, normally in high school they probably don't have time to do. See, we're set up in Avery, Georgia. We have about 40 acres of land, and we have dormitories, football field, gym, all that set up. So honestly, in my next 10 years, I want to make that like IMG. I want to be the IMG in Georgia, where people come and they can go to the next level with training. And we have a school part that we're NCAA certified. We have a school part to help these youngsters with their GPA in high school as well. So, I mean, we love to have transfers. We love to have, kids coming fresh out of high school, and then just to help them get to that next level. So the next 10 years, I mean, I want to grow that. Right now it's a family business, but like I said, I want to expound to different sports. This is our third year going. So, I just want to make the name proud. And I want to make people come and have success and help them whatever they need help with.
So how much for a lot of kids is it that first year? I mean, you had you came in as a transfer, but you had to do this as a freshman. So being a transfer is a little bit different because you've been somewhere. But that first year, the jump from being a stud senior high school football player to being almost just another freshman, that maybe those things you can kind of coach them up on that before they get there.
It's a big jump. Prep school is obviously like a preparation. Mm-hmm. So obviously it's my job to prepare you for the next level. So like I said, we run it just like a college. I mean, there's no better person or no better coach to do it than me myself. As far as getting you prepared, because like I mean, I know a lot of stories never came out, but I probably was the hardest working dude at UCF prior to it just being high school. And shout out to my dad because he's the one that pushed me since I was 4 years old, asking him, this I want to play football. So, just teaching kids that, that this is the type of work ethic you need. And not just with weights, and not just with running, you need it in the classroom as well. Because I tell anybody, I mean, you're going to take more tests than you do playing football games. And you're going to do more practicing than you do play football games. So the two things that you do is practice and school, and obviously train, because you're going to do more workouts than football games. So if a kid struggles in them three areas rather than balling on the field, then he's going to have a lot of trouble in college because, you do, like I said, you do those three things more than anything, school, practice, and workout. So, and I teach kids that you have to enjoy that process. You have to learn how to take a process one day at a time and work on yourself. And like in our program, we don't let them leave. I mean, it's sort of like almost like a boot camp. We don't let them leave. They're here with us in the dorm room. We feed them 3 times a day, so we actually really show them a lot. And that's what I'm saying. I want to expound on that, and I want to get kids in college as much as I can.